Some poetry like.
Thank you. First of all, can I just check? I'm not very good with the mic. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I usually write poetry in praise of Allah, and also I share universal values which we all share, to do with gratitude, forgiveness, hope, love, etc. The poem I've chosen to share with you today is my newest edition, and this is one for humanity. And please, I'd love your feedback on the poem and the style of poetry, because I know this is a spoken word artist event, but I don't actually classify myself as a spoken word artist, because I'm a poetry reader, and the words come to me very much from my soul, through reflection, thought, and I have a poetry moment, and I have pens and papers everywhere around me, and I have to just write when the inspiration comes. I have to tell hubby to just sit in the corner. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Okay, so I'll begin, inshallah, with your permission. Okay, the poem I'm going to share with you tonight is called I Refuse to Be Conditioned. Are you ready? Bismillah. In a world of TV mania, consumer products and pandemonium, false identities hijacking families, the box dictating what it wants to, the outlook of the inferior me conditioning me on health, wealth, style, controlling everything that's mine, taking away rights to a peaceful life. Instead, being lured away from naturality into a false necessity, forgotten is real beauty to see, no engagement with humanity, because heads are locked down, drowned in technology. Wake up world, this is insanity. What we're doing to ourselves, can't you see? We can't even have a conversation of normality, because everyone's into their ologies with no apology. What has this world become? The false reality. The same box which makes up our mind about world affairs, influencing our thoughts to see the world the way it wants us to, not the way it's supposed to be. It's intervening with our humanity and the struggle we have for our own liberty. But I don't need permission to turn off the emission. I'm on a mission, and I refuse to be conditioned. The hyped advertising of our food, what we're eating is not far from crude. Preservatives, additives, processed foods, frozen products, tin can fruit, and fizzy pop and soft drinks. Secret ingredients, e-numbers disguise these forms of advertising. Very wise to get us to buy foods which are high in saturated salts and all things sweet, giving us disease which needs to be cured, adding to pockets, escalating profits, medical, pharmaceutical businesses booming, all at the cost of human life, the wealthy becoming more powerful and filthy rich, while the mass population remain impoverished. Products that make us all things glow, heavy makeup to set us up to go, beautifying the selfish cell, got to have the latest gadgets. Throw out the old and get the new, more is less, we can't make do. And all of this because of advertising and TV. Why can't we see it's destroying our families, encouraging consumer culture, consumer products, consuming our soul. We just want more and more. We can't let it go. But I've made a decision. I don't need permission to turn off the emission. I'm on a mission, and I refuse to be conditioned. Militarization, enforcing law and order, creating uproar in large cities, one-way rule-controlled society with no more peace and tranquility, away from a happy lifestyle of simplicity. And what's important to true humanity is now desensitization of violence and tragedy. Propaganda to the millions, we think we're invincible, indestructible, following our whims and fancies. When will we open our eyes to see what's happening in our communities? Deception and lies to achieve control and terrorize a people being victimized. That's you and me and our loved ones too. but I've had enough, and you should too. So, join me in my pledge of freedom. Promote peace, not war. Avoid chaos and mayhem. Start taking back our minds on how we think. Don't focus on the box anymore. Free our minds from those images galore and direct ourselves to something more. Final submission. Repeat with conviction. I don't need permission to turn off the emission. I'm on a mission. I refuse to be conditioned. And the rest, my friends, is your decision. Thank you very much for listening.